So this is Chubby Puppies. It's a line of collectible dogs that walk in different ways depending on how you position their feet. So the front 2 feet, you can adjust them in different directions. So when they are parallel to each other, they do a little hop like a bunny up and down. And if you were to toggle them and create more of an angle like that, they do a little side by side or side to side waddle. And as they walk, their ears wiggle and their tails wag as well, just like a little puppy. Each one comes with a battery, which is a 1 AAA, and their favorite toy or their favorite treat, and all the accessories are interchangeable. So they can walk and waddle with their favorites. We also have play sets, or obstacle courses we like to call them. Every obstacle course comes with a little bone at the end, so they get a treat for completing it. And then if you go all the way to this we have our Ultimate Dog Park. So this retails for $29.99 and will be TV advertised. Comes with an exclusive Pomeranian that you can only get in this set, a little swing for one of his friends, let's put the Boston Terrier there, and a puppy-powered elevator. So as he walks up the ramp and onto the elevator, when his nose hits the wall, it'll trigger the elevator to go up. He'll tumble down the slide and into the spinning dog bowl. And it'll also come with a dog house, and then these sets actually have removable fences, so that if you purchase one of the smaller play sets, you can actually connect them together and make a bigger play set. There you go. That's Chubby Puppies.
Action Pack pups, which is the core of our line. All of the pups have transforming backpacks, so you press on their badge and their backpack transforms. They all have different jobs, so their backpack will relate to their job. Marshall is EMT, so he has a little x-ray in the back of his backpack. That's one of the new jobs that he has. And then we go into the base vehicles. These are $12.99. They come with a figure, and they have little moving parts and free rolling. This is one of the largest sales volume items in our line, basically. We'll be refreshing that with the new characters from season 2. Everest, she's really popular. We have about 45% membership of girls, so we're really excited about that. So we added another girl pup for beta. Then we have our Rescue Racers, a lower price point, free-moving vehicle. These are $5.99 retail. They come in that CDU with 24. For fall 15, we're going to be adding a new bath segment because that's just a really important part of the preschoolers' day. We have these bath squirters. All 6 pups are available. And then we have these cute Catalan pups. You wind up their backpack, and they all have different swim features. So Chase has his flippers. Rocky, he's afraid of the water, so we put him in a little boat, and he has an outboard motor. He moves real slow in the water. And Sky, her tail is a propeller, so she goes in a circle in the water. And then we also have Zuma's hovercraft, which changes into a submarine in season 2. So he has these 2 anchors that kids can fish from the bottom of their tub, and it comes with Wally, a squirter. He's always making trouble in Adventure Bay, so here he is. And then we'll move on to our lights and sounds vehicle. These are new for fall. We've added some of the other characters to get the big, large vehicles. They have lights, light patterns, and different sounds, moving parts. And Rocky's truck opens up as well. And that is $24.99. That'll be launching in August. Our TV driver will be the Paw Patroller. This is a new way for the pups to go out on adventures, mobile adventures. They're going to go to the jungle, into the Arctic, and meet new friends that they can rescue and save. So inside the cab we have RoboPup, who drives the Paw Patroller, and you can fit about 4 or 5 pups in the cab. And then you can also fit 3 vehicles on the inside. We have an elevator to take you to the top to Ryder's Command Center up here. It has sounds from the show there, but we can also close it up, put all the pups inside. It'll display 6 vehicles, but then it will also hold 3 vehicles as well. So that's the Paw Patroller. This is going to be on TV advertising as well. Chase's backpack. This is another new item for fall. You open up his backpack to show off his tools inside. It has adjustable straps for all kids. It comes with his megaphone with lights. It also comes with his net launcher, and his badge. So this entire set is going to be $24.99. Our other fall 2015 driver is Mission Chase. So I'm going to turn him on right here. All you have to do is press his badge. Anybody want to press his badge to get the next mission? So he tells a child what mission he's going to go on, and then you'll deploy his backpack automatically. So I think, what's he going to do? We need our net. So he's going to know when I launch the net and respond. Now he wants me to use the megaphone to have the kitty go into the net. Kitty, get into the net. Kitty, get into the net. It's working. Yay! Kitty is safe. Sometimes he gives you positive reinforcement. Sometimes he says, do it again, try harder. He's got his light for nighttime missions. And he knows whenever you touch any of the buttons, so he'll talk to you. So I can put it back also. And kids can free play and watch the show with Chase. So they can open up his backpack and play with all of these tools as well. So they can create endless missions with Chase. And that's Mission Chase. He'll be available in August, and the retail price is $69.99. And then some of our other items that are in stores right now are the Jumbo Action Cups. Marshall has his water cannons that he can shoot. That comes in Marshall and Chase. We have our rescue training center. We're airing a commercial right now for this month. So you can do target practice, you can rescue Kitty from the tree. And we have little Chicoletta on a zip line here. She's always getting into trouble. This was our big play set for fall 2014. It has sounds from the show, music from the show. It has a real working periscope, and the characters can slide down clear into their vehicle, just like they do in the show. We have Riders Platform where you can hear sounds. This is also in stores right now. We have deluxe talking plush with a light-up badge and sounds from the show. We're going to increase that assortment. And then our basic plush, $9.99. And we have new pup Everest, who's premiering. She premiered in season 2, and she'll be out in June. And I think I covered everything. We have some lower price point mini plush, mini figures that come in a foil bag, and little postable cups too.
We'll have these handy little places to store your bricks when you're not actually playing with them, so you don't lose them, so they're not all over the place. So that's our Ionix Junior. Paw Patrol is the first property in the Ionix Junior line. It's known as the Erector here in the U.S. Meccano it's known by Meccano basically everywhere else in the world. So we've kind of stayed true to the original, and we've kept sort of the multi-model sets, and we've kept the basic, like you build your models. We've got a couple really cool build-your-own RC vehicles down here, which are great. But what we're really proud of, what we've done with Meccano, is introduce Mechanoid. So Mechanoid is a completely customizable personal robot that you can build from scratch. So the packaging's down here, and there's two versions. There's the G15 KS and there's just the G15. KS is about 4 feet, and G15 is smaller, it's about 2 feet, so a little less. And there's so many ways you can interact with this. They've got a free app that you can download. You can control them that way. There's all kinds of different ways you can interact. You can actually record your voice in different motions and then play them back. And he records your voice, plays them back in real time, and you can recall those anytime. And then through the app, you can basically control them like a remote control. There's a bunch of things pre-programmed. He tells jokes. He's got a high-five function. A lot of fun ways you can interact with them. And then one of my personal favorites is the motion capture mode, where you actually put your smartphone into his chest, and he uses the camera based on your smartphone to mimic your own motions. And there's all kinds of different ways you can configure it, obviously. You can build the humanoid, sort of mechanoid robot, or you can build a dinosaur, or you can build whatever you want it to be. And so we're going to make all of the back end all totally open source. So if you're a coder, if you're a hacker, you can go in and really play with it and really program it to do all kinds of stuff. So we're really, really excited about this guy. The big guy's going to retail for about $400. The small guy is about $178, $180, I believe. So, and those will be available in August as well. It's a lot of collectability. There's going to be a lot of sharing with your friends to get different power ups, different level ups and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun once it actually gets out there. It's going to launch in the US March 19th, and it launches in Canada sort of a couple weeks before.
And how much does it retail for? Or?
So it ranges. So it goes from basically $2 for a single pack up to, I believe, $12, $19 for the other ones.
And how do they scan into your, into the games? Is it
so it's called optical beaming. And so what you do is you just hold it against a plain background, and the app itself, using the camera that's built in, that's kind of a nice thing about it. There's no periphery device. There's no other way to scan it. It's just using the camera on any smartphone or device like a tablet. So basically you just beam them right into the game, and it zaps it almost immediately. You can really just customize all those characters, and you can zap the vehicles, and everything becomes totally usable then in the Six City world. It's really cool.
And is the app free, or is
the
that
app's
paid?
free? Yeah.
Okay.
And there are in-app purchases available as well.
Okay.
A lot of different ways you can upgrade your characters. A lot of if you don't want to collect, you can just kind of play within the virtual game as well. So it's cool. It's a really big world too. I mean, there's all kinds of different levels. There's all kinds of different themes, and it's a lot of fun because it's really a reverent game. Like, these characters are funny. They've got some of them fart, some of them burp. There's a cop that throws donuts. There's all kinds of funny characters in it that are really going to resonate with sort of the 7 to 10 year olds out there that really are going to pick this up and want to play it.
Is it multiplayer, or is it
no? It's single player.
Single player.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so within each of the premise of Sick Bricks is that Sick City is under attack from Overlord or Omega. So this guy's trying to make Sick City really bland and everything to be the same. So the Sick Bricks characters are fighting against him and his goons to keep Sick Bricks crazy, basically. Okay. So it's a lot of fun. There's all kinds of different missions. You have to go through all kinds of different dungeons to unlock different levels to basically progress through the game. And all of these characters will help you get through it and give you different tricks. There's so many sort of open-ended ways to get through it, though, so it's almost like every kid will have a different experience as they play based on the characters they have.
How many different characters can there be?
Based on the combo, up to 5,000 different individual characters can be created within the game. I think there's 25 or 50 individual characters, but then you mix and match to create up to 5,000 different combinations.
Cool.
One's really cool. Yeah, and the way the beaming works, it's something that I thought it would be so hard, but they've perfected it to the point where it's almost instant. It's a lot of fun, and the game is like once you start playing, you cannot stop.
Very cool.
So we've got Batman's mask with the night vision goggles built in. We've also then got the Batman utility belt, which, I mean, you can't be Batman without the utility belt, right? All kinds of great like add-ons and additions. So you can buy the belt as a kit, or you can buy it sort of standalone and buy the individual pieces, which all attach to the belt. So it's all fully compatible. So eventually you can build the full sort of Batman utility belt. That's going to be a lot of fun for the Batman fans out there. And basically, the Spy Gear line, we've revamped some of it. You know, we've got a snake cam now. We've got an extra ultimate night vision. We've upgraded the night vision in our previous model, so now it's a bit better. And then we've also got the video walkie-talkies over here as well, which are going to be on the phone.
And how much do they retail for?
So it ranges. Jeff, what's the retail price on all of this stuff?
The ranges go from $7.99 individual item to all the way to $34.99 for a bundle that includes everything.
All right, so welcome. I'll go through the big. Actually, we'll do this first since my hand is literally on it. Okay, we'll move this. So every year or so, every other year or so, we get an inventor or somebody says, "Hey, you should do battling robots," and we always say, "Airhawks tends to be helicopters, flight, that sort of thing." But when we saw this, it was totally unique, and it was a unique spin. It's a double joke, by the way. You see why. So, these guys are literally like RC whirling dervishes. So you get them all spun up. Way better when you're not playing by yourself. But what you can imagine, just the frenetic nature of that, just the energy that's coming off the table. They come in a package with two, remote control, the different weapons, and an arena that you can battle in. And it really is like a full day in a box. So imagine a kid gets this for their birthday, they'll be playing for hours. Trust me, I know this because when we start playing, literally, we just keep battling and battling and battling. So the SRP is $49.99. One item I'll show you on the screen. I wish I had the model died today, which sucks. It was a pre-pro. We're trying to get it fixed, but this is going to be a big TV driver for us. So I'll show this to you up here. It's called Shadow Launcher. So RC ground vehicle. You're seeing the office. It's really not fancy.
It's our video walkie-talkie.
So it's a 2-in-1. So you put the helicopter in here, and on the controller you pull the trigger. Opens up, and that's why it's broken. And then the helicopter pops out. The geniusness of this, and I didn't do it, so I can call it genius. That'd be so not humble if it was me. There's actually no motors or battery in this whatsoever. It's just a helicopter. The helicopter's the engine, so when it leaves, that's that. And I've been asked the question, can you land the helicopter back in and drive away? If you can, you're hired, A. But B, you still need to close it once the helicopter's in there. But for $39.99, we think it's going to be a lot of good play for kids and a great TV moment as well. So we're very excited about this particular item. The last TV item we have is called Fury Jump Jet. And what the jump jet does, vertical takeoff, largely an outdoor item, because when you hit the transform button or the trigger, the wings go forward and then it takes off like a plane. When you're done, hit the button again, and then it goes back into helicopter mode. So, a fairly big box at $49.99, great TV moment. And it really is, planes have been a tough one to sell, but this one has a unique feature to it. So we think the Fury Jump Jet. That's a code name. Everything about that box is wrong. It will be right for on-shelf time. And those are our 3 TV items. One other item I'll show. I think you just saw this when you were over there. So there are a number of micro quads out there, and truth be told, they're pretty awesome. I love micro quads because they make a big, small room feel big because you can fly it around. We wanted to differentiate. They can be a little bit finicky to fly. They're great, but a little bit finicky to fly. This, very simple to fly. I'm not sure if you've heard of Gizmodo. So Gizmodo and our big quad, the big brother to this, named our Helix X4 Stunt Indoor Quad of the Year last year. And the reason being, the exo frame that we have. Because if it's going to bump into somebody's head, or the wall, of your TV, or your base, it's not going to damage anything. So that's great. So we use that, brought it a little smaller. And, okay, so we'll try not to make a hack of this with so many people watching. I don't know if the batteries are charged up. Yeah, you might want to move. So anyway, we wanted to make it super stable, very easy to fly. And then when you pull the trigger, it's a bit drafty in here, but you never quite know where those are going to go. So very simple to fly. And I knew I had this when we had somebody who is a little bit older than myself who doesn't fly much. They flew it and said that was the best thing they've ever flown. And it was an executive with one of our partners. So I realized that we had kind of nailed it at that particular point. And then you're going to notice, moving into our whole line, we're now transferring to a different controller across the line. Our designers are a little bit sad because they love coming up with different controllers for each item, but it makes sense to streamline, and it's more like a video game controller. The number one thing our kids want to do when they're not playing RC, play video games. You're just used to the Xbox, the PS4, whatever it might be, so it has that sort of feel to it.
What is this called?
This is the Helix Ion. The positive to this controller now is all your if you launch something or your stunt button or whatever, it's all down here. So in the past we'd had buttons here. So what you're doing, if it's down here, you're flying around, and if you want to pull the stunt, you look down, pull your finger off the flight stick, hit the button, and then it stunts in your back. Now, bam, bam, bam. It's just so much easier. It's so much more intuitive. The last thing I'll talk about, and I can talk a lot, I know, but the last thing, because everything's about making it easier to fly, we now have this on almost our entire line. It's called Easy Control. So it's this little toggle. Consider it like training wheels for flight. So when you turn it on, what happens, if you've ever seen a kid fly a helicopter the first time, it's a very up and down experience. They shoot it up, hit the ceiling, or they panic. And all of our helicopters have like a spring-loaded thing, so they panic. They drop throttle, and what happens to a helicopter when you drop the throttle? it comes down. So with easy control on, the engineers have come up with a way that it kind of has a slow burn coming down for 3 seconds. What that allows the kid to do is catch it and then keep it in the air, right? And so it extends playtime by about 3 times just with that simple technology. My engineers would kill me. I mean, you're recording, so they might see that. But it is sort of an easier thing. Now, it dampens the throttle response. So when you're ready and you're better, you just turn it off and you got all that sharp throttle response. So it's like training wheels that you take off your bike when you're ready to fly. We really, this year, is the year we want to make it so easy for kids to learn how to fly, remove barriers that have been there in the past, come up with some pretty cool designs for our parents. We wanted to make it easier to shop because the RC aisle is pretty daunting when you walk in. There's a lot of different things. So now our packages sticks together. So whether you're a retailer with like 2 SKUs or one of the bigger guys with more than that, everything kind of holds together and make it easier for mom and dad to purchase RC now. So, yeah, that's kind of all my stuff. Well, we got more. I can keep going. But
With the controller is, let's say you buy 2 different devices. Let's say you put control.
it could, yes. So it was specifically if it's a 2.4 gigahertz item. So this is 2.4, and then our new video quad is 2.4. So you could control it would sync. The only difference is this button's meant for the stunt, where the video drone has video and photos. So you'd be missing some of the features, but yes, it would control. On the ones that are IR, no. But we will be. Where are we? Yes. We will be labeling them. So if you have 2 or 3 of the same controller, you know exactly which item it's on. But yes, there will be the ability to swap this. Yeah.
And how much are the small quad?
This guy?
Yeah, and the big
this one is $49.99.
Okay.
SRP, and the big video quad is $109.99. Robots $49.99. Fury Jump Jet $49.99, and still my favorite, the Shadow Launcher at $39.99.
Do you guys know So Cool though?
Familiar with
So Cool.
Last year's.
Yeah, threadless revolutionary sewing machine. So yeah, that completely sold out everywhere. So So Cool. What we've done is we've recognized obviously there's a trend for girls customizing their own stuff, making their own stuff. That's getting bigger and bigger. That, you know, the rise of Pinterest and Etsy, we've got more and more going on. So what we've done is develop Knits Cool and Text Cool, and you'll see from the logos they're all similar and they look similar on shelf. So Text Cool is a combination of messaging and bracelets. So you can take your bracelet and you can thread it through if it's in a straight line, which I was not doing. And punch, 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 and then we can decide to say if I want to do a heart, or a smiley face, or a little bubble, speech bubble, or another face. This is still a prototype, so it's not working perfectly, but we'll, I think maybe I pushed too hard, and that's why it doesn't work perfectly for me. But yeah, so you can basically customize your bracelets, and there's also a letter wheel that you can switch in, like just simply change the wheel, so that then you could write your name or something, or write messages. So Josh here will give you another one for
my
the
second demo.
Wait, I have to put it on the outside clasp.
What are you saying?
You're not a little girl.
I'm not a little.
So yeah, so that's Text Cool. You get 35 bracelets in the set, and you get the clasps as well. And then it's $24.99 US retail, and then there's the refill packs that are $4.99 each. And you get 10 custom bracelets and charms as well with different emoticons. So that's Text Cool. Then we have Knits Cool. So with Knits Cool, it is, you know, there's this huge trend since the rise of Rainbow Loom, of like looming, like creating bigger and bigger things. So with Rainbow Loom, we found like kids are starting to go online, and then there's this arm knitting thing that's starting to happen. So our designer thought, how can she take that trend of arm knitting and put it into something that's easy for kids? So this is Knits Cool. So you pick it up, you pull it through, you drop it over, and Nicholas, who disappeared on me, oh, he's over there, I taught him this morning, and he learned it all, and he has been making this beautiful scarf. And this is, we basically do one line every time we present, and we've got this beautiful scarf. So you get like a really great end result quickly, so it's like instant gratification for kids. It's also got like the different size posts on the side, storage. So the smaller the post, the tighter the weave. So you can make lots of different things, like a little purse or a scarf, and bracelets, all those kind of things. And then it's got a counter as well, so if anyone actually knits, you have to count, so it teaches you the real skill of knitting as well. Okay, so that's knits cool. So cool's over there. We might go that way. Yeah. Okay. So this is bunch-ends. So you really just need to take a bunch of these and feel them, because they are amazing.
So much fun.
They're amazing.
Amazing.
Little balls of Velcro magic. They stick together easily, and you can make whatever you want. So you can make an owl. I totally made this myself. No, I didn't. You can make an owl or a teddy bear or a massive teddy bear. And if you come around here, you can see a ton more of what you can make. So the main price point is $24.99, and you get over 400 pieces. Whoa! In the pack. Then you also have an opening price point that's $6.99. So tons of different things that you can make. This is available August 1st on shelf. Yeah, so we're really excited about it. We think it's going to be a very, very hot item. Yeah. Very, very, very excited. Okay, and then we have Kinetic Sand. I do this little dance when I get here, and I didn't realize I did it until very recently. So Kinetic Sand is a beast. It is mammoth. It is doing incredibly well. We were the #1 sand compound in the US last year. And we are #2 in the compounds category, so that's just second to Play-Doh, so we're right behind them. So we moved from originally launching with brown and just neon colors. We've added bold colors in, then we've added these shimmering gem tones, and then also the metallics as well. And the reason I say shimmer is because it actually has shimmer, which is a cosmetic ingredient, as opposed to glitter, which is something that you could kind of get in your eye or stick in your fingers to that kind of, to a larger degree. So we love the shimmer. So these are out, just launching now, so we're super excited about them. They come in the beautiful packaging. And then we also have the Doggy Daycare and the Dino Dig that launched for spring. So the Doggy Daycare, you get the box itself, so you've got contained play in the box. And you can mold your pups, and then you can also make them kibble as well. In your Dino Dig, you can bury your dino skeletons and dig them out and mold your additional dinos as well. So that's cool. Then what's new and exciting for fall is over here. So what we're doing is, we ask kids a lot about like, where do we go next? We do a ton of research at Spin Monster. Where do we go next? And what do you think's so great about Kinetic Sand? A lot of us as adults think, oh my god, it feels amazing. That's what's so important. But the kids told us that really it's not about how it feels, it's about what they can create and how they can play with it. So the #1 thing, floating on water. So we are now we've made Kinetic Sand that can go into water. My little dolphin's lost his center of gravity, but it floats on water. So we now have floating Kinetic Sand. Yeah, so it actually repels. So the formulation is a little bit different, but it's the same in the sense that, like, your hands stay clean, they don't get sticky.
Are they compatible to work together?
No, not compatible to work together. So this never dries out as well. I mean, you could put some of this in here and it would work, but then it would work less and less as you put more of this in there. Yeah. So, but yeah, so this is the play set up there. You get the Paradise Island play set, and it comes with the 4 molds and the sand pool, I like to call it. But really it's your sandbox play space as well. So that's what's new for fall. That's Kinetic Sand.